Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of the Muir Reflection. John from the John Muir Show here, and multiple reports are indicating that the Green Bay Packers plan to retain defensive coordinator Mike Pettine as the team prepares for the 2020 season. Now, there was a lot of talk in recent days whether or not Pettine would return. That after Green Bay's 37-20 loss to the San Francisco 49ers in this past Sunday's NFC Championship game. And in that game, it was not a good game for Pettine's defense in the slightest. The defense gave up nearly 300 yards on the ground alone to San Francisco. 220 of those yards racked up by 49ers running back Raheem Mostert. Mostert also scored 4 touchdowns against the Packers defense in that game. Just within the past couple of days, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur refused to commit one way or the other to Pettine's future, but now, according to multiple new reports, it has been determined by the Packers that Pettine should stick around for next season. Now, the big concern about last Sunday's NFC Championship game, because there were several individuals to blame for that loss, but the majority of the blame seems it should fall on Pettine, because it became clear from the start of that game that San Francisco's plan was, we're going to keep on running the ball at your defense until your defense proves that you can stop the run. That moment never came. Green Bay never meaningfully was able to stop the run in that NFC Championship game, and it largely had to do with the fact that Pettine seemed totally unwilling to make meaningful changes to his game plan. It got to the point where San Francisco realized, look, we don't even need to pretend that we're going to pass the ball. We don't even need to try and establish any sort of a passing game. Niners quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo only attempted 8 passes in that entire game because it was just 60 minutes of the Niners running the ball down the Packers' throat, and Green Bay was never able to do anything about it. So, because the game plan didn't change at all, San Francisco knew exactly what they could do, and they just rode that to continued success and a victory, now a trip to the Super Bowl. So it was being discussed whether or not Pettine was going to be returning for next season, but it seems that as a few days have gone by, maybe some of the tensions have eased, and now, based on these reports, the Packers have decided we're going to prioritize the entire 16-game regular season over the one disastrous playoff game this past Sunday. Because in the regular season, you look at the stats, and Pettine had taken a defense that he had inherited at the start of the 2018 season, a defense that was 26th in scoring defense back in 2017, and brought it to a defense that was now in the top 10 in scoring this past year. In 2019, they were the 9th scoring defense in the NFL. So it seems that Mike Pettine, because of the stellar season that he had had coaching that defense, he was able to keep his job. That was prioritized over just one debacle this past Sunday out in California. But of course, the Packers should be keeping an eye on Mike Pettine and ensuring that what happened this past Sunday, the unwillingness to go adjusting the game plan, as clearly the game plan was being exposed, to ensure that does not become a trend going forward. If that same thing happens in the 2020 season, if we start to notice a pattern developing that the Packers defense is being exposed and Pettine's not doing anything to change it up, well then the Packers should not wait. They should not wait until the end of next season to go ahead and make a change, pull the trigger on the firing of Mike Pettine, because, Packer fans, as time goes by, might be willing to forgive just the one failure that was that NFC Championship game loss to San Francisco. I have a hard time seeing Packers fans being willing to accept that unwillingness to change the game plan in-game, costing the Packers games. I see them very unwilling to allow that to become a trend in Titletown. Of course, we'll continue to follow that and everything in the Packers offseason going forward. It's all the time that we have for today. John Muir Show, each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.